Fala galera, estamos começando mais um episódio da série Alone in the Dark. A gente parou aqui no capítulo 2, né? Conversou com o Dr. Gray e vamos dar sequência aqui.
Saw you notice in the boiler room. You should know Mr. Chance won't be coming back. Got no business being in there myself, but you can take a valve from the wine cellar if you want to try to stop the steam pouring out. Be careful.
Oh, you're right about the plates on the boiler and the clock. They have been sabotaged, and I think I know who did it. They have something to do with Jeremy's episodes and how he seems to disappear at night. Right now, it's important that you keep an eye out for any of the pieces. I want to find out if I can repair the plates. Let me know if you find any of them. Lottie.
Tell Lottie to take a look at the well in the kitchen garden. Dr. Elmore Lee Gray is DeSeto's chief doctor. Accounting and all administrative work is handled by me, always. Magdalena Thompson, or Mags, is responsible for the household. Jean-Baptiste and Charlotte Tabois are responsible for keeping the guests' medical regimens in check. Finally, Jack Chance is our gardener, who can occasionally be seen in the conservatory, but is for the most part busy outside. There are currently 6 guests at DeSeto. Malcolm McCarthy and Ruth Tallant reside on the first floor. Jeremy Hartwood, Elisabetta Perosi, Grace Saunders, and of course, Cassandra Beauregard live on the second floor. Cassandra Beauregard, the beloved author. Very exciting, isn't it? What do you want to put down for reason for admission?
What her agents told us. Cassandra suffers from a writer's block and needs to finish her moving picture script before the end of June. Mr. Chardot suggests Cassandra's heavy use of barbiturates is holding her back and risks ruining her career.
And how should we summarize her personal history?
Let's keep it short. Cassandra Beauregard is a beloved crime author who managed to pull herself out of poverty and into stardom. 5 years ago, she tried killing herself by jumping off a balcony. The incident left her a cripple, and now relies heavily on her wheelchair.
And for diagnostic impressions?
Cassandra suffers chronic back pain following her suicide attempt. She self-administers morphine to keep herself ambulant, but has become addicted, and the desired effect is now lost. The drug abuse clouds her mind, and she is unable to focus on real life. To save herself from this insight, she instead makes up stories to fill out the gaps in her own thought process, resembling the Korsakoff syndrome.
Bravo, Doctor. How will you treat her?
First of all, she needs to be weaned from her drug addiction, and hopefully it will resolve her compulsive lying. Then look into permanently numbing her pain in her back through surgery. Finally, deal with her suicidal thoughts.
Fantastic. With such a short time before June, I really hope she gets better soon.
We will do what we can.
Grace Saunders, 11 years old. Reason for admission?
The mother insists on strict supervision by a proper gentleman to avoid further perversion of Grace's adolescence.
Personal history?
Grace's family possesses modest wealth and status. Her childhood seems ordinary, spending most of her time with private teachers and family friends. Grace's father recently passed away, leaving her mother the sole caregiver.
And diagnostic impressions?
Grace has trouble dealing with her father's death. She is willingly suppressing her feelings on the matter and isn't properly acknowledging the trauma she suffered.
Any planned treatment?
Grace needs nothing out of the ordinary. She simply needs parental guidance. Eventually, we can work on her feelings toward her father.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll finish the paperwork and get her installed. Malcolm McCarthy, 54 years of age. Reason for admission?
McCarthy admitted himself to Dorsetto, stating simply that he needs some damn rest.
And personal history.
McCarthy claims he used to work as a lawyer in Baton Rouge, but says he can't go into details because of some legal dispute. His background remains largely a mystery, except for the occasional clue that he drops in conversation.
Huh. And diagnostic impressions.
McCarthy is an anxious man and an alcoholic. He often tells half-truths due to some deep-seated inability to trust other people.
And how will you treat that?
McCarthy will take some time to open up. Spending time with Jack's dog or the child should be good for him. Their harmless nature will help build his sense of trust.
Thank you, Doctor. Elisabetta Perosi, 33 years old? What should I put down as reason for admission?
Well, Perosi broke into Dorsetto and was found wandering the grand parlor. She was confused and suffered partial amnesia. She insisted she belonged here and offered to pay for her stay.
Right. What do you make of her story?
Perosi claims to have been a member of the Astarte artist colony some 20 years ago. A claim that seems contrafactual due to her young age. She looks to be and even thinks she is 33 years of age. That would make her a child at the time. It seems fair to say that Perosi's story is untrue, deliberately so or not.
Diagnostic impressions? Do you have anything?
Perosi's story is peculiar, because she retracted her story about the artist colony. She no longer claims to be the same person as Elisabetta Perosi. However, my staff's research has confirmed there was a Perosi at that time who was in her early 30s.
I suppose this case will take some time to investigate. How will you go about it?
I wanted to contact the real Perosi, but it seems the whole colony disappeared one night. September 29th, 1915, during a hurricane. I will have to take it slow and figure out what this spell of impersonation could have been.
Well, I'm sure it will all clear up eventually. Thank you, Doctor. Ruth Talon, 29 years of age. Reason for admission?
Ruth's father wishes that his daughter be removed from New Orleans nightlife for the foreseeable future. He fears that her overly free spirit is tarnishing the family's reputation.
Sounds simple enough. Personal history?
Ruth comes from considerable wealth. Her family owns several hotels and restaurants. Unlike the rest of the family, her sense of adventure has taken her around the world, including France during the Great War as a photojournalist. The last decade, she has provoked many rumors of being a debauched flapper, bordering on nymphomania.
And diagnostic impression?
Despite her father's frivolous reasons for her to be admitted, Ruth does seem to provide an interesting case. She is refreshingly open and doesn't shy away from talking about her life during the war or her continuous celebration after returning to the States. She is admittedly a sexual deviant and feels no remorse.
And her treatment plan?
Simply staying at Dorsetto should do wonders for Ruth. If not, at least for her family's reputation. Ruth doesn't need to change, but with therapy I might be able to share with her some sympathy towards her family. I doubt she will settle down and become as dull as the rest of them, but at least she might try to be more discreet in the future.
Looks like all the patients are accounted for, except for Jeremy. There's no way I can get into this thing. Better leave it alone. I need the key.
While Detective Conley was grateful to be back at Dorsetto, he was eager to test his hypothesis. After having suffered through that sinister world, dressed as the French Quarter, Jeremy's writing could be read much more literally. What if Jeremy used his talisman to actually visit those places he mentioned in the book? Conby felt certain that this was the answer. He wouldn't find Jeremy hiding inside Derceto. He would be in one of those other worlds. And to follow in his steps, Conby would have to investigate the old clock and the boiler and find out what part they played.
Lost Plantations of Louisiana, Thierry Bigelow, 1917. Derceto was a small plantation on the eastern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The land was considered difficult for industry and was sold for only $30 to Elijah Pickford in 1818. Pickford employed hundreds of workers from nearby New Orleans to clear the woods and build a small plantation mansion facing the lake with a striking Greek Revival temple facade. Derceto kept a modest production of barrique tobacco and indigo that persisted up till the Civil War. During the antebellum era, Derceto was the source of many rumors concerning voodoo and witchcraft. People who traveled the lake reported seeing people dance at night in front of bonfires, bleating and wailing. On June 17, 1862, Captain J.W. Norton of the Union Army recounts leading a raiding party from ships anchored in Lake Pontchartrain in order to seize control of Derceto and free the slaves working there. The captain was surprised to find the workers fighting back with unprecedented zeal. Norton's account describes these men and women as enraged with fanaticism. Pickford reportedly tried to placate the raiders, but was shot in the confusion. Captain Norton left the mansion burning and retreated to his ships with his men. Derceto was left in ruins for several decades. The ownership of the land was long disputed and returned to the Ledoux family in 1901. Several police reports were filed during the following years as the Ledoux tried to get rid of a camp of squatters on their land. The police made several visits to remove the trespassers, but the people kept returning. On November 1st, 1907, Inspector Legras of the police charged a deadly attack in order to save several children kidnapped by the squatters. Many were killed, and even more were jailed. The following year, Ledoux rebuilt Derceto, incorporating the surviving stone foundation and adding a magnificent wrought iron conservatory. The farmland had been reclaimed by the surrounding woods, so it was no longer profitable to use as a plantation. Instead, the house was turned into an artist's colony. The Astarte Artist Colony was a successful group of artists, including figures such as painter Heinrich Cassel and poet Nora Keith. The group was also known for their beloved Mardi Gras crew called the Pirates of Pontchartrain. On September 29, 1915, a tropical hurricane tore through Louisiana, causing Lake Pontchartrain to flood New Orleans. Due to the remote location of Derceto, It took almost 2 weeks for outsiders to learn that the artist's colony was abandoned. The 12 residing artists had all vanished without a trace. The empty mansion of their sector still stands on the shore of Lake Pontchartrain, with much of its temple facade intact. The Ledoux family currently has no intention of repairing the house.
Now we're talking. It's wedged shut. Must be the clock that Jeremy wrote about in the commonplace book. Huh. Looks like the plate that held the talisman in the seance room. But it's broken. We're missing some pieces.
Sorry, Detective. Didn't mean to obstruct justice or anything.
It's fine.
You know, I'm kind of busy with my own case of a missing person. I was wondering if you've seen Grace go about yay high.
Can't say that I have. Why are you asking?
I'm looking for her.
Is she in trouble?
No. She's just hiding somewhere. We can't have a rascal like that running around unchecked at a time like this, you understand?
Well, I haven't seen her.
Well, let me know if you find her. I'll be around. I'll keep an eye out for your man, Jeremy. You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours.
McCarthy reminded Detective Comby of an old barfly he used to know. He detested him. There was no getting around it. McCarthy was going to have a hard time getting on his good side.
Looks like everything's back to normal here.
Emily's here. Emily's here.
Crossed the thresholds to my intended destination without a focusing device. My talisman now knows these roads, and I have no need for the plates. I can find my way to Lafayette as easy as I find my own room. I visited the grave of my father and seen an oven waiting for me. Thank you for opening these doors. Well, now I must summon my courage and go back to that hateful mound outside the oil rig. I hope you'll be feeling better when I return. Jeremy.
What are these symbols? Looks like alchemy or star constellations.
Will I need to remember how to get them out again? They are locked up for good reason. I am sure she is still able to whisper the answer in the ears of the wrong people. But not for long. I will see her burned soon enough. That black goat will be sacrificed to put an end to it all. Then it will all be over. No more Terceto, and sadly no Astarte. Those good pirates of Pontchartrain. May you still sail the lake.
The starting artist colony. I remember hearing about their disappearance. Must have been 15 years or more now. Anything's got some grim-looking rock on them. Got it.
The simple astrology cipher was a favorite among the artists who lived in the house 20 years ago. They easily turned into numbers when needed, but also acted as signatures for the members, as there were only 12 of them. Detective Conley had a hard time understanding what had happened. It did feel similar to when he was pulled into the French Quarter, but with less power and purpose. Did he cause this, or was it something else?
What the hell is going on? I think I've seen this somewhere. There was something in the commonplace book about this. I think the clock broke. Maybe it just stopped at a very precise place. Huh.
his pride faded, Detective Comby was left with a feeling of unease. He had successfully managed to enter a whole new world. How could this be? And why did he accept this so readily? One thing was clear. There were no answers to be found by standing around questioning reality. Knowing only what he read in the commonplace book, Comby headed off to look for Jeremy in the hateful mound.
I made it. I entered another one of Jeremy's memories. Ugh.
May 1923. Monday. All okay. Ready for delivery. Maintenance. Oil pump must be serviced. Any tampering causes large spills unless properly forestalled. Tuesday. Shipment delayed but delivered. Maintenance. Service bridge close to broken. Wednesday. Prospectors reluctantly agreed to show the burial mound to Mr. Hopwood, painter. He read about our finds in the papers. He means to return tomorrow and try to find a way inside. Thursday. Mr. Hopwood's efforts delayed. The workers seemed nervous about his presence. Hopwood promised not to return to the compound. Instead, he has taken up an offer by L'Officier, the riverboat captain. He means to pilot him to the site tomorrow morning. Hopefully that's the end. The work can resume. Maintenance. Bridge from the oil tower to the bayou has collapsed. Sabotage suspected.
Need the key. I just need something to break it.
closer. I'm armed.
Get that thing out of my face.
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I'm just a detective trying to find something called Terawea.
You're after Jeremy too? Why?
I'm working for his niece. She wants to make sure he's alright.
He might be unharmed, but far from alright. He's a curse upon Deseto.
Here we go again.
What?
Reflections on the Power of the Verb in Certain Texts by Juan Luis Jorge. To act is in itself divine. Even the slightest movement of our hand is evidence of our soul in motion. Yet our free will is so easily overwhelmed by the dullness of everyday life. Our actions become rote and rigid, in spite of luxury and comfort. True divinity is found in the choice of leaving the stage where we all perform. People who discover this freedom unexpectedly will be struck by the terror of this revelation and become paralyzed, or worse, turn to suicide. However, if you are able to weather that storm, you will discover that there is a divine path beyond that fear. There is a chance to dismount your destiny and make something new. Something that hasn't been planned for or predestined. There is difficulty in explaining this type of acting, as it transcends our everyday choices. This isn't some banal decision choosing one career over the other, or even who I should marry. Leaving the stage, no matter how, isn't a matter of course correction. It's a rejection of the story that the Creator is telling.
It was a bust. The oil rig and the hateful mound led him nowhere closer to finding Jeremy. Conde was sure he had struck gold when he found Jeremy's bag, but it was just a trap set by Lottie, another of Deseto's orderlies. Things got out of hand real quick, but somehow Conde managed to find his way back to Deseto none the wiser. At least it was one item off his list. Now he had to figure out what to do with the boiler.
This winch shot. It worked.
The Barlow lens. Instructions. To double the magnification of your telescope, simply fit this Barlow lens to your instrument. Then operate the fine-tuners to adjust the distance between your lenses. This is easily done while looking through your eyepiece. Simply search for a position where your picture is clear and appears flat. When correctly tuned, your telescope should present a clear picture with magnificent magnification.
I think I have everything I need.
Mr. Waits. I saw a piece of the plate that Liza broke. I think she's been hiding them. She's not very good at it. She just chucked it into the little room with all the tools behind the boiler. I left it there. I didn't want to embarrass her by picking it up while she was looking. We went upstairs instead and played backgammon. I let her win, because she's so unhappy. The piece looked like the one on display in Cassandra's room. You know about that one already, right? Or is your eyesight really that fuzzy? I hope you don't feel bad about your glasses. You only look stupid when you squint. Maybe if you had more eyes, you would see these things. I wish you had all the eyes you needed. Your best and favorite guest, Grace.
It's another plate for the talisman. Like the other one that's broken and missing some pieces.
Kitchen. I assure you. No,
I'm sorry.
Mr. Hotwood is nowhere near my kitchen, and neither should you be. Don't make me kick you out of this house.
Sorry.
Now get out.
Esquentado, né? Essa daí.
Conde was in shock, but also a little embarrassed. The housekeeper was furious to find him searching through the kitchen and had run him out of the room. There was something strange going on with her, but it didn't feel connected to the case, so he decided to stay out of her way.
portinhas ali que ficaram no caminho, eu acho.
It worked. Jeremy? What the hell is going on here? Where's the body?
Conley didn't know what to make of the grotesque vision of the dead club. Was he there, or was it all fiction?
I'm not gonna walk out of this now. I need to help Emily save her uncle.
embaixo mesmo. Deixa eu ver aqui. Como é que eu acesso lá? Vai ter que ser por essa escadaria, né? Talvez. Ou não. Mas agora fodeu. Porque a mulher... Ah não, tem que ir pela horta. Eu acho que é. A horta eu acho que é por aqui. Acho que tem uma portinha emperrada ali, né? Se eu não me engano. Isso aqui eu acho que eu abri, na verdade. Não sei, mas cadê que não abre não? Aqui em cima. Nenhum abre mais. Aqui não tem nada não, que eu já vi. Tem essa janela quebrada aí. Certo, deixa eu ver aqui. Tá bem chatinho de achar. O único canto que tem é a cozinha, mas que eu não consigo chegar lá, né? Eu saí aqui pela horta. Dá pra entrar nessa outra porta aqui? Acho que não vai dar mais não, mas a gente tenta, né? Tá fechando. E agora? Aí. Porta bloqueada, né? Não deixa eu ir, nem por aqui nem por lá. Sala de visitas. Sala da caldeira. Rapaz, será que tem esse cantudinho aqui pra eu ver? Sala de estar. Deixa eu ver aqui. Eu tenho uma chave para sala de estar, então eu tenho que ir lá pro último. Acho que eu não fui lá no último andar ainda, né? Subir aqui até o final.
Squint shut. It worked.
E aqui tem o que? Uma portinha. Não dá pra entrar ainda. Essa porta aqui.
Detective Conby, how good of you to come. Let me pour you a drink.
What happened here? This place looks like it was hit by a bomb.
Welcome to the madhouse, Detective.
Thanks. Did the ceiling just collapse?
I heard it was something in the attic. Something that was supposed to happen, but didn't. How that could have such consequences is beyond me. The truth is, I don't know why the room looks like this. But I bet your friend Jeremy does.
You know where I can find him?
Oh, somewhere in his past, I suppose. He keeps going on about that mysterious dark man. I think he is hiding from him. Or maybe he's with him. I can't really keep up. I don't worry much. Take a look around this room. You may think it looks spectacularly devastated, but I just think it's finally found its stride. It fits perfectly with the state of this place and its loonies. The same goes for the nonsense with Jeremy. In my eyes, we've finally managed to match the wild ride inside all of us.
Well, I'm happy you find the evening so harmonious. I hope you don't mind me setting things right. Jeremy's business, that is. This room looks beyond my capabilities.
Good luck, Detective. Hope to see you again soon.
Yeah. Evening, miss.
Ruth seemed like a handful. The talk about Jeremy and the Dark Man made it sound like she might know something of importance. But ultimately, it felt like a dead end.
Certo, mas antes de vir pra cá, vamos dar uma olhada. Certo, aquela porta ali tá. Peraí, tem sala de estar. Como é que tá essa sala de estar aqui? Tem que vir aqui pra essa galeria. É por aqui. Galeria aqui, acho que é. Escondido ali, hein? Aqui embaixo.
Need the key.
Chave da caixa de remédios, né? Porque essa caixa de remédios era no quarto de lote, se eu não me engano. Fechado. Foi daqui, né, eu acho. Foi. Aquela outra porta lá.
place of evil. There lies virtue in stark irreverence, careless thoughts of luminous indifference. But blame not the beast we once were, which science so often wished to refer. Not the wicked full of sin, it is you who stand in ruin. All our good intentions aside, whereupon we build our pride. Sunless solitude, follow not this corrupting light. Prophets of confidence always crashes out of sight. Hear me, for we all bear this mark. Thus we must remain alone in the dark.
Caixa de remédio, acho que era exatamente essa aqui, né? Um dos vários medicamentos prescritos à autora Cassandra Bray. Esse frasco específico contém comprimidos que aliviam dores de garganta e contém 2 vitaminas vitais. Certo. Certo, eu ainda tenho que ir aqui, né, na sala de estar. Certo. Aqui reto que não vim. Deixa eu nem lembrar dessa.
There's something missing. What you got there? You drawing something?
Nothing special. I'm just bored.
I know you from somewhere.
I remember you, Mr. Conby.
From where?
Don't touch that. Cassandra wouldn't like it. She wouldn't like it at all.
Do you know where she is?
I'd rather not talk about it. It makes me upset. Besides, she'll be back after the Feast of St. John.
You think?
Yup. It's all on the page, Mr. Conby. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
All right.
I'm gonna go now, if that's okay. I don't like to stay too long in the same place. Mr. McCoffey might find me.
Hey. Does he mean to?
Not everyone needs to be saved, Mr. Conby. You should know that by now.
Toma.
Why did that girl look so familiar? Detective Comby just couldn't quite remember. His last few years were clouded by a drunken haze. A haze which now had turned almost opaque. Considering their shared past, Grace had every right to feel slighted, but it wasn't in her nature. She was amused.
Miss Beauregard, I picked up your medicine at the post office today. As you understand, it needs to be administered by the orderlies for your safety. I've put the box in Lottie's room for now, and...
So this is where Cassandra Beauregard ended up. For some reason I thought she died years ago. It's another one of those strange padlocks.
Será que ainda é o mesmo? Ah, não.
There's more of that rod again. Like it's guiding me to do something. But what? Made the shape of a snake. There must be something important to find here. Maybe it has something to do with the numbers on the labels.
2, 5, 7. Será que é com... 2 é peixe, 5 é gêmeos, 7 é leão. Peixe, gêmeos, leão. Peixe, gêmeos, leão. Placa quebrada. Parece uma placa decorativa, tem um aspecto leve e quase agressivo.
The medicine bottles had stains of rock on the labels, suggesting some greater shape. They just needed to be put in the right order. But for what purpose?
Certo, esse item aqui é uma placa, né? Talvez seja a placa lá da caldeira agora. Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui, ó, sala de estar. Aí tem um banheiro. E tem vários nadas. Quarto de Cassandra, que eu acabei de vir. Sala de estar, que é onde eu tô. Precisa mudar alguma coisa aqui, que eu não sei o que é. Esse quartinho.
This must be that kid's room. Why does she seem so familiar?
Don't you worry, Grace. Go play your game, bleat and bellow with the others. I won't be jealous. There will be more masquerades. However, I would love it if you...
Eu acho que essa placa aqui falta, mas se não for, só diz. Deixa eu ver aqui. Acho que eu tenho algum livro aqui que deve ter. Deixa eu ver aqui. Certo, só fica mesmo no quadrado aqui, né? Certo. Chatinho, viu? Não. Nuvens tem aqui na direita, aqui em cima e aqui na esquerda, né? Aqui na direita, aqui em cima e aqui na esquerda. Acho que essa nuvem aqui. Olha, encaixa mais. Quase lá. Sim, mas qual é o... Como demônios eu vou saber esses números agora, meu querido? Me responda. Ah, tá. 5, 7, 9.
I knew it would work. I'm getting good at this, Colin. You know, too good at this.
Beleza, galera. Vamos ficando por aqui. Próximo episódio a gente investiga essa área aqui. E é isso. Se gostou, deixa o like, compartilha e valeu!